Sorry, we had some confusion about the host for this meeting, but we are here. We are here. Okay. All right. Hey, let's see. Alyssa. I am going to make you a co-host. If you will help me admit people, can you do that, Alyssa, while we get started?
I can try. I've never done that before, but I can try.
Just if you open up like the participants, it'll show people who are trying to be admitted and you just hit admit.
Okay, got it.
Is that okay? All right.
Yeah, sure.
All right, guys, welcome. Sorry it took us a minute. We are a little late. There was some confusion about the host of this meeting, but we are here. We are here for it. And I am so excited to be hosting this call with my girls. But first of all, I am Rachel Mitchell. I am we have been an elite team twice, Team Take Heart. And we've been elite the last 2 years. We were premier the year before that. And I am just so proud to be hosting this call. I love what I do. I love Team Beachbody. I love Team Take Heart. I love the dream team. Like, you guys, I'm just full of love tonight. So just excuse me. But we are here tonight to talk to you about what we do as health and fitness coaches with Team Beachbody. And I am here along with Kimberly Davis and Shannon Dearman and Alyssa Amland. And I see some other people on here from our team. And I am just going to kick it off with my story and tell you a little bit about me. And we're going to take you through it. And you guys can ask us anything. Like, seriously, ask us anything. There's a chat bar at the bottom. We will give you some time at the end if you want to. Just ask us questions. But, you know, we are an open book. Like, we are an open book. We are not here to sell you a bill of goods and tell you that you're going to get rich overnight or anything like that. We are here to tell you that we were called to do this. We work really hard. We love the work that we do. And it is very rewarding work that we do. All right. So first of all, let me tell you, I am Rachel Mitchell. I have been a coach with Team Beachbody for over 6 years now. Gosh, I feel so old. I've turned 40 this year. I've been a coach for 6 years. Like, it's a little insane. But I started in August of 2014. But my story really starts before that. I was at 33. I was a mom of 2 precious boys, Henry and Milo. They were like 2 and 4. And so I had gotten to a point in my health and fitness where I was done having babies. I was done nursing babies. And I was 33 and things just didn't like come off like they used to. Like, I could always eat whatever I wanted to. If I gained a few pounds, I could get it off really quickly, but things changed after my babies. And so I found myself gaining some weight, hadn't changed my habits at all. I was still a runner. I was still eating pretty healthy, but I was honestly not eating the best. And I was gaining weight and I couldn't get it off like I used to. And so I knew God and I had this moment. And he was like, Rachel, you know, you are eating whatever you want to, and you've not changed any of your habits since pregnant and nursing. And so I thought, okay, I got to change how much I eat, right? It wasn't necessarily, I was eager to start eating clean and eating more vegetables and cutting out the crap. I was just like, if I could cut back on my chicken biscuit and the cookie dough, I could probably lose the weight, right? So what did I do? I Googled portion control. And when I Googled portion control, I found the 21-day fix because it had come out that year. And so I purchased it like spot on, like in that moment. I skipped Shakeology. I thought that was stupid. I skipped asking to join my coach's challenge group. I just wanted to do the workout. I wanted to know what I was supposed to eat, and I wanted to do it and get it over with so I could go back to doing what I was doing before. So I followed the 21-day fix. I did the workouts at home. It was messy. It was sloppy. It was really ugly. I used the portion containers. I put in on what it said to do, and I lost the weight. Like, honestly, like in 2 rounds of the 21-day fix, I lost the weight. And I was like, crap, this works. Like, this is amazing. But at the same time, I also, another part about me is I am a believer. I'm a follower of Christ. And I was very convicted to pair the two, to invite God into what I was doing with my health. And so when I did that, I picked up a book called Made to Crave, and it actually was like just fantastic. It was what I needed. And I started to see results, and I thought, oh my goodness, like if I could just keep doing this, if I could stay consistent, and if I could not go back to that yo-yo diet way of living, go back to that like back and forth, like circling that mountain, like this is great. And so Melanie, at that point, I had found Melanie Mitro, who is my upline coach, and I had, it says I'm Melanie, but I'm not. But I found her challenge group and she asked me if I wanted to coach. And I was like, nope, no way, no how. I'm not going to do that. I don't use social media. I don't do any of that stuff. I've tried network marketing. I'm not a salesperson. No, 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 no. So I told her no over and over. And but she didn't give up on me, thank goodness. And God didn't give up on me. And so after 3 or 4 calls, just like this one, I listened to her talk about coaching over and over. I finally said yes. Like, what do I have to lose? I'm doing the workouts, I'm doing the programs, I'm getting results. All I got to do is start posting. If I help 1 or 2 people, 3 people, I can get my Shakeology paid for. And I really wanted to try Shakeology. And so honestly, that's the end of the beginning. It was just like, that's when everything really started in full force. So I joined her new coach training. I did what she told me to do. I started to post on social media. I started to invite people to a challenge group. I didn't even know how to run, but I just trusted her with my business, and I just left the rest to God. And so here I am, over 6 years later, doing the work, doing it scared, doing the things. And that's what we're here to talk to you about tonight. And so a little bit more about my story before I turn it over to I think Kimberly, is that, you know, I started out as was a full-time college history instructor. I was leaving my kids every day, didn't want to leave them, but I did. And so I worked in the pockets of my day. I worked in 20-minute pockets after my workout, on my lunch break, you know, on my commute to work. And after my kids went to bed, I got on calls like this to learn how to run my business. And I committed every month since August 2014 to helping at least 3 women join my challenge group. And after 2.5 years, it was like, okay, my husband and I sat down, we looked at the numbers, and we realized that I could actually leave my full-time job because of my part-time job as a coach and be home with my children. And so after 3 full years of coaching, I left full-time teaching. I still teach 1 class, but I stay home. I stay home with my kids. Actually, now I homeschool my kids, which is a whole nother crazy story in itself. But because of coaching, we have been able to get out of debt, stop living paycheck to paycheck. I'm a more present mom. Oh my gosh, like I have friends that like I never would have had before. I mean, the list goes on and on, but it does take work. It does take work. And if you have 1 to 2 hours a day, if you're coachable, if you're willing to be consistent, if you're willing to give it a year, I tell coaches, give it a year of showing up, then you will realize this can work for you too. So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. And now I'm going to send it over to Kimberly, who is going to talk about what we do from the social media, like just the daily behaviors, the things that we do on a daily basis, and that standpoint.
All right. Hey, you guys. I'm so glad you guys are all here. Like Rachel said, my name is Kimberly Davis, and I have been a coach for just over a year. And I like totally agree 100% with everything that Rachel just said. Like this coaching has done so much for me. And I'm so thankful to be here. So I'm going to give you a little bit of my story real quick before I jump into what we do as coaches on a day-to-day basis. But so I signed up actually before I decided to become a coach a few years ago, just for the workouts. I didn't sign up like with a coach. I just went on and joined just for the workouts, and was doing the workouts, but nutrition was not good by any means. And so I was not getting results. I was like frustrated. And last summer, Rachel popped into my Instagram feed, and I started following her, and I thought, what's she doing? And just like seeing her do the workouts and leading with her faith and sharing her nutrition and talking about her team and the community, really just had me intrigued. And so last summer I was in a like really bad spot, like mentally and physically. It was in like the heaviest I've ever been outside of pregnancy, and just was not happy. And so I reached out to her and just kind of started asking questions, kind of started talking about coaching. I really was kind of scared of saying yes to coaching, because I thought like, there's no way, like I don't even have results. I don't have like my own story. Like there's no way I could coach anybody else to do this. But She was good to like answer any questions that I had and just encourage me. And so I just decided to go for it. And like Rachel, I plugged into the new coach training. I did what she told me to do, and I trusted her. And I'm so glad that I did. I would not be the person that I am today or where I am today without this team and without coaching. So I'm so glad that you guys are all here to learn more about what we do, because this coaching business is amazing. So what we do on a day-to-day basis, we use social media, Instagram and Facebook, to build our coaching business. We have this little tracker here is called our business activity tracker or our success club tracker. And this is what we work from every single day. So like when you come in and you sign up to be a coach, you will get plugged into our new coach training, and we will teach you how to work through this tracker every single day. It tells you exactly what to do every day. You don't ever have to get up and wonder, okay, what am I going to do today? You're going to work through this, and it's going to take you through step by step. And if you do these things on the tracker, you will be successful. And so, excuse me, first and foremost is we are products of the products. So as a coach, you are still a challenger, you are still a client, you are committing to a workout program, you're choosing a nutrition program, and you're following it and using the products and showing your audience that these products and tools work. And they do. If you stick to the nutrition and you do your workout program, it's going to work. So you're being proof of the product. You're going to grow your social media following, finding new followers, connecting with new women, building relationships like this. You all are all here because you've built a relationship with somebody through social media. And that's amazing. Like that's one of the best parts, is just meeting new women that I never would have met before coaching. And so we're going to teach you how to do that. We're going to teach you how to make posts, how to share your story, how to be genuine, and how to be you. Like coaching is, it always just amazes me that we're all here and we're all in this together and we're all sharing the same things, but how different we can do it, and how we can each be ourselves and be successful. And just how beautiful that is, that we can come together and each have our own strengths and weaknesses and just work together. So we're going to teach you how to do that, how to make posts on social media, how to start conversations with new people, how to invite to your challenge group. We're going to teach you how to run a challenge group. Like you're not going to come in this and be just thrown to the wolves. Like we're going to be there to walk beside you every step of the way, and how to teach you how to do these things. And so our goal every month, like Rachel said, is to help 3 new people every month get started on their health and fitness journey. And we're going to teach you how to do that. What else is on here? Personal development. That's a huge one. I try to spend 10 to 15, 20 minutes a day listening to or reading a personal development book. It's huge. Mindset, like before becoming a coach, like going at these workouts and trying to make a difference and change in my behaviors, like it never stuck because I never worked on my mindset. Like mindset is huge in this for your own journey and also for your coaching business. So personal development is a huge part. So our 4 vital behaviors are being proof the products work, inviting and growing your following to make new relationships, personal development, and then also recognition. Like recognition is a huge part of it. Like your challengers, recognizing your team, recognizing your just other people that you're doing this with, because it's exciting. It's fun to watch people go on their journey, and it's fun to recognize others for their wins. So I hope you guys are here and excited and ready to learn. And we are so excited that you guys are here. And I think, am I turning it over to Alyssa?
Yeah, Alyssa's going to talk about running challenge groups. But I know that the biggest part that potential coaches, especially myself, have questions about are, like, what do I do with social media? Like, what if I've never posted on social media? Like, how do I invite people to a challenge group? So, like, you guys, like, don't hesitate to ask us questions. I know it's hard to get out of your shell and, like, maybe talk or even type in that chat bar. But we are like I said, we are an open book, and none of us came into this business knowing how to do all the things, knowing how to make the posts and do the reels and all the crazy stuff you see us doing today. Like it was very, very, there was a very messy beginning and a very messy middle, and we're always learning. So please don't hesitate to ask us questions. But yes, Alyssa is going to talk to you about what we actually do, like what service we provide to our clients and our coaches and our customers and our challenge groups.
Hey, you guys. So before I actually continue on, there is this Stephanie Bulow. I don't know how to say her last name, but she's trying to get in and I've tried to let her in. So I don't know if she's struggling. If somebody wants to reach out to her, I just want to make sure that she can get in because I've tried to admit her and then it looks like she tries to sign back in and then she is gone. So, anyway, so I am Alyssa Amland and I am from Minnesota. So I work full time. I started this journey back in December of 2017. I've actually been kind of on this roller coaster journey from back in I don't know, 2012, I think is when I officially really started to focus on caring about my health. Once you get older and you realize that you should have started when you were in your 20s and you don't start until you're later. But for those of you that start earlier, I give you a lot of credit because it took me a lot longer to realize that I needed to take charge. But I was one of those people that I was, back in 2012, I think I was watching an infomercial at 3 o'clock in the morning. I was one of those invested in P90X because I saw it and I thought, I want to have abs like the girl that was in the infomercial. I wanted to be fit. I wanted to look like that. And I invested in it and I bought the DVDs and I did it for 60 days and then I quit. And then every year was the same type of roller coaster. I would, fall off track and then I would fall back into my old ways. And then spring would come around and I'd want to start all over again. And it was just a constant roller coaster. And it wasn't until December of 2017 that I hit my rock bottom. I hit it hard, you guys. And my team knows this story because it's the one thing, sometimes they say your why sometimes needs to make you cry in order for you to really know what you need to do to make a change. And I know that sounds harsh and it sounds sad, it really is. But I hit it hard and I was shopping with my daughter. She was a senior. Well, she wasn't a senior then, but she was a junior in high school. We were shopping at a Goodwill and I refused to spend a ton of money on a pair of jeans because I told myself I didn't want to buy the pair of jeans anyways because they were going to be I just wasn't comfortable with trying on clothes. I hated it. I hated clothes shopping so bad. And that day was the day that I ended up on the floor of the dressing room in tears because my daughter brought me pairs of jeans. And every size she brought me didn't fit me and she had to go get me a bigger size and she had to keep going back. And finally I broke down and then I just fell apart. And my teenage daughter was the one that said, Mama, it'll be okay. You can do this. You've done this before. And so I found Rachel on Facebook through a girlfriend of mine that said, hey, you need to check out this coach's page. She's just like you. She believes in God. She's not afraid to share it with the world. And I know that you would totally connect with her. So I had been stalking Rachel for months actually before we actually connected. And I loved everything that she shared. And I did reach out to her because I was actually under another coach months prior. And I had a hard time switching, but that other coach and I just did not connect. We were totally different. And I needed somebody that I knew would understand my heart and that what I needed to do with my life. And Rachel and I just saw it in her. So I reached out to her and I said that I was ready to start. I needed to make a change. And it was right when Transform 20 was launching. And I knew I wasn't anywhere near ready to take on a program like that, but I needed to do something. So I started that program and I joined her challenge group. And I did all the things that she told me to do. I showed up, I logged my workouts. Yes, I took my sweaty selfies, even though I didn't want to take a picture of myself, but I did it anyways. And as hard as it was, I showed up every day. And I was like Rachel, I didn't want to buy the Shakeology because you guys, I was super cheap. I was working part-time at the time and I didn't have a lot of money. And I didn't feel like it was going to make that big of a difference anyways. But I told her I would commit to it for 30 days and I did. And literally after 3 weeks of showing up every single day and doing my workouts, having the challenge group to hold me accountable, drinking my shake, I started to feel so much better. and I started to feel more confident just with sharing that I wanted to be a part of that community, because it was the community that made me feel like I had a connection and that I had people that I could fall back on. And I was probably in her group for a couple of months, and I had signed up as a discount coach with no intention to coach at all. I just wanted to save the money. And once like I got things going, like I couldn't help but want to share, because I felt so good that I wanted other people to feel the same way. And you guys, there's something about, like, I understand that when you're on social media and you're sharing your journey, some people it's like super scary to do it. But when you're in a challenge group and you can be totally just transparent with everybody that's in that group, it makes it so much easier, because you want everyone else to feel the same way and you want them to feel good. So I told Rachel after a couple months of being in her group that I was ready to start inviting people in. And then she started to show me the tools that Beachbody provided to us to do those, because it was nerve-wracking. I was scared because I didn't want to lose people. You know, I was just getting started. It's not like I was fit, like I'm not a fitness expert. But running those challenge groups, actually, I've gotten a lot better at them now than I was in the beginning. Like in the beginning, there was a lot of trial and error. Like everybody goes through seasons. There were some hard times. But I utilized the tools that Beachbody gave me. And the biggest thing that I love the most is that if I picked a certain program, like Beachbody had the tools there for me. Like I could go in and they have like every day laid out for the programs. They give you fitness tips because they're coming from fitness experts. So you don't have to be the expert. You can share the tools that they're giving you. And the other thing that's really nice is you can schedule posts. So like I work full time and I work, you know, sometimes 40 hours, but a lot of times it's 45, 46 hours a week. So on my weekends, I take my Saturdays or Sundays and I schedule my posts, and I have everything ready to go for the whole week ahead of time. And it saves so much time. Like I might take a big chunk of my time on Saturday to schedule it all, but then all I need to do during the week then is love on my challengers. Like that's my goal ultimately, because that's what I love to do and that's why I'm there. So if I can have everything scheduled and ready to go, it takes all that worry out, and then all I need to do is show the love. So as you know, as far as running the groups go, and you can create your own content if you really feel led to do that. There's a lot of times where I put my own spin on things, like we're doing a spirit week this week and making it super fun, and we're doing just different things, and you can do that. But the most important part about running a challenge group is to remember that you are first and foremost always the challenger yourself, and to be like full of spirit. And when you lead people with your energy, that's when people are going to keep showing up and wanting to do what's best for their health too. So I love running challenge groups. It's my favorite part of this business. I love being part of other groups, and I love doing it with other people. So I think it's the most fun part of this business.
Hey, Alyssa, and you came from another like company before where maybe their values didn't match up with serving people the way that Beachbodies do. Could you just speak to that really quickly?
Yeah, so like the biggest thing, like when I was with a health and wellness company prior to coming into Beachbody, and one of the biggest things that I saw with that company, because I had gone to the events, like the big events, like what Beachbody, you know, does and they host, and you know, I had gone to one of those events for that other company, and it was very much a product pushing company, and there wasn't a lot of stress of taking the important parts of actually taking care of yourself and exercising, moving your body. And like you know, that was the other thing that drew me to Beachbody, is that like I would see the team events and I'd see all these people working out on the streets, and I never saw that with with this other health and wellness company that I was at. And it broke my heart a little bit, because I felt then people were coming to me for the wrong reasons. Like, I mean, yes, I drink a shake, but that shake is good for me. It gives me the nutrients. It gives me the energy that I need. It, you know, it makes me feel good. I'm not depriving myself. I'm not taking a pill and wanting to like make that, like, it's not, there's no magic pill. As much as we want to seek something, it's about doing the hard work and showing up and taking care of yourselves, but then leaning on the rest of, you know, like our team and our challenge groups to guide us through those really tough days, because we're going to have them. And it is, I mean, we're human, and we're women, you guys. Like, we're going to have really hard days emotionally, and it's so much better when you've got people that can back you up on it.
Yes, I say this all the time, but it's an integrity-based business. Like,
Absolutely.
you have to do the things you have to do, I mean, not that we're perfect. None of us have a perfect body. I mean, Melissa is rocking with her like over 40 body over there, but like seriously, but we are just doing the things we're inviting other people to do, and there's no quick fixes, and it does work when we stick with it. And it just is so cool to watch women get that, and as we lead them and do it ourselves. So now Shannon is going to share with you first of all her story, but then she's also going to explain to you how hosting, how inviting, how doing personal development, running challenge groups, and building a team that's doing the same is actually going to lead to income.
Hi, y'all. Good evening. Thank you so much for letting me speak to you. My name is Shannon. I am an attorney in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. I became a coach after I completed a program after I had postpartum depression, and I realized that with the crazy schedule with kids and how important mental health is for moms, I knew once I found it and I found the tools that could help me heal, that I just had an obligation to share it. We also have a ton of student loans. My husband's an attorney as well, and I am not comfortable with this amount of debt. Neither is he. So we both said that we needed to bring in some extra income. So I'm here today to talk about how you can make income with your own health business, and how it can actually help change the financial future of your family by adding a second stream of income. So first, we told you, we walked through these vital behaviors. Well, you're probably thinking, okay, that's great, but is this really a job? Can this really put money into my bank account? And the answer is yes, if you do the work. So it comes from a couple different ways. First, you get commission, just like any job that can relate to sales. If you connect someone with a program or a product, you get 25% of that. So just starting off the bat, if you do the work like we have laid out for you, you can bring a couple $100 home a week. What could that do for you, right? Groceries, go towards your mortgage, go towards turning on the lights, paying down a car payment. That's real money that can make an impact. And then secondly, the real lucrative portion that can really bring you home from your job or help you pay down your debt or change your future is the income that comes from cycle bonuses. So as you build a team and grow in rank, and you become your team has volume, so other coaches or other customers are under you, then you will cycle through and your income will grow. Essentially, it's passive income while you sleep. Isn't that pretty cool? And this is the only type of industry that allows that I have found. So with the amount of debt that we have to pay off in student loans, I want something that I can control. I want to be able to put the time in and get the amount out that I want. So if you want to walk and learn and go slow, we will meet you there and we will teach you. If you want to run, if you want to grow fast, if you put the work in, then you'll see it come back to you. And of course, Beachbody says that they don't guarantee any level of income, and that is because you have to put in the work. I think a lot of people think that they can get into network marketing and say, okay, I've got a business, where's all the people? And you actually have to invite. You have to show people that you're out there, because nobody knows. There's a lot of people today that are in your feed that are sharing something that works for them, and they're a little bit overwhelmed with what's available. So they need to see you every day showing that the product works, showing that this lifestyle works. And over time, they learn to trust you and they dive in. So the income potential is limitless. It depends upon you. And I think I didn't realize that in the beginning. I think if I could go back and talk to myself as a new coach, I think I thought people would come knock on my Instagram door. And the answer is you have to show them what you have to offer by showing up and by getting in their inbox. Because y'all, we talk about health. That can be a little bit uncomfortable for some people if you think about it. So by showing up, by posting what works for you, it gives them an easier opportunity to connect with you and to start a conversation so that you could ultimately help change their life and be the answer to their prayer. So that's a little bit about how we make money. It's it's super flexible and it can fit into the pockets of your day. I'm an attorney, so I know I already said that. My days are very scheduled, but I still, on my lunch break, when I get home or early in the morning, I'm able to do this and to make it work. And I just became a coach again in September, and I'm already really impacting my family's income by being here. So I strongly encourage you, if you have any questions about it, we could talk about it in more detail, but I don't want to overwhelm you with the finance plan, but just know it's there and it's possible.
Yes, and that kind of leads into what I want to like talk about next. I haven't forgotten anybody, right? It was just the four of us. I see some other people from our team on, and I want to make sure I didn't forget anybody. So we've talked about what we do. We've shared our stories. We've talked about how we earn. Now let's talk about what you will get when you join our team, because we really I am part of Melanie's team, from Melanie Mitro, who's been the top coach for like 4 years or something crazy, to all the way down to like brand new baby coaches. We all have access to the same training, quite honestly. Everybody that joins this team, no matter where you join, you have access to amazing training. So know that the person that invited you here, and the person that invited them, and so forth, everyone has the same equal opportunity to succeed. And that's what I love about this business, is you don't have to come in with a certain degree. You don't have to come in with a certain amount of social media training. You don't have to come in with a certain amount of like anything. Honestly, our body shapes and sizes are all different. Our backgrounds are different. We all have access to the same training, but we all bring something different to the training, and to the business. And that's really important. It is a very unique, you have an already preordained, individualized opportunity to impact somebody else's life. And it doesn't matter where you come from or where you're going. It just matters where you're at now, and what your story is now, and what you're willing to do with that story that God has given you. And our trainings are centralized around telling that story. We teach you how to use social media. We teach you how to write posts. We'll even teach you how to make a reel, sister, if you hadn't done that yet. And we will teach you how to invite people you already know, like, and love, like I always like to say, and then people you will meet through growing your social media, through sharing your story, through, talking about crazy things like homeschooling your kids, or like being quarantined and virtual schooling your kids and all these things. We just want you to be you, and we want to teach you how to use your health and fitness story to impact other people and inspire other people to join you. So our trainings are, we train through different ways, mostly through either self-paced courses or through a Facebook training. You are at no lack of training. Even if you didn't have a coach, quite honestly, you could come into Team Beachbody and use the resources that are in the Coach Online office and succeed. I know, honestly, lots of people who have done that. They came in, their coach didn't continue, and they just used the resources that Beachbody gave them to grow their business. And so, but that's not here. That's not us. We are going to give you the same training that we received, and it's in your court. The ball will be in your court to take action and to do something with it. But for wherever you're at, whether you're a hobby coach, whether you are just a discount coach and you just want to save 25% and maybe sign up a friend or a family member every now and then for the discount, you can do that. But we will basically match your effort. Whatever you want to do with this business, will meet you halfway. If you want to commit 1 to 2 hours a day to this business and just be a hobby coach, we'll help you do that. If you want to commit 3 to 4 hours a day and really start to grow a substantial income, we will help you do that. If you want to go all in, commit 50 hours a week to coaching, you don't even need that much time, quite honestly. If you have really and truly, I've been in this a long time, and I spend probably 3 to 4 hours a day on coaching, and I'm growing a really great income for my family. But we'll match whatever your effort is. Team Beachbody does not guarantee any level of income. You definitely got to put in the work in order to see it grow, but we'll teach you how to do it. We are just looking for people who are ready to go, ready to take action, ready to do it scared, who are coachable, and really you have some goals for your life. You may not know what your goals are yet. You may not know what your goals are yet. You may just be like, Rachel, I want to be healthy and fit, and I want to inspire somebody else to do that. That's great. That is a really good place to start. You may be like, Rachel, I don't even have Instagram. Like, I have a new coach who didn't even have Instagram whenever she started, and she finally made her account this last week. But she was willing to do it, right? And so our trainings will teach you what to do. And obviously that personal development aspect that Kimberly talked about is really important. Growing your mindset, growing your belief in this business, and growing your actionable ability to grow, and we'll teach you how to do it. So what happens next? Next, you reach out to the person who invited you here. If you're ready to start, now is a fantastic time, you guys. Like, fantastic. I know you're like, Rachel, it's the week before Thanksgiving. Why would I start talking about health and fitness now? Just trust me. If you start doing workouts, if you start learning how to eat better, if you start sharing tips and sharing your journey, even though it's going to be imperfect, if you start now, people are going to see you as someone they want to link arms with when it comes to January, February, and March, when people are trying really to truly to make some health changes. And you're going to be the person that they trust because you've been doing it through November and December, and you've been growing your following, and you've been talking about what you're doing. So honestly, if I could shout it from the rooftops, like, now is the time to start coaching. Not in January. You can do it then, yes, and you can succeed. But now is the time to do it, because now is when you start to build your story and your credibility, and you start to learn the basics, and people will want to join you because you're going to get your own results, right? So you have a couple of choices when it comes to signing up. If you're already a discount coach, you literally just plug into your coach's training and say, hey, teach me what to do, right? And if you are not a coach yet, you have a couple of options. You can sign up as a coach with a $40 fee. It makes you a coach. You open your earning potential. You can start the training, start signing people up. You can also, the best option for me personally, I think, is to sign up with a challenge pack. Even if you've bought a challenge pack in the past, you can sign up with a challenge pack or a completion pack. Honestly, if you have Beachbody On Demand already, then they waive the $40 fee to become a coach, and you still have all the same options, same access to earning and growing your business. Now, if you have never done any workout before, it's okay. You can start as a brand new coach with a brand new workout program, following the nutrition plans and learning. And honestly, that is a fantastic way to start, because you get to share your journey from day one, and people will follow along and be just enthralled with what you're doing and wanting to know more. So that is what we have for you. Do you guys have any questions for us? Or even if you're a coach already and you want us to explain something further for someone who you invited here, is there any questions that you have for us? Let us know. Or if any of my girls or Brooke or anybody, if you want to add something to that, feel free. If not, that is it. Anybody else? Kimberly, did I miss anything? Okay. All right, you guys. Well, that is our presentation. We know that some of you will join us and some of you won't, but we are really excited for whatever. When you choose to join us, you guys, like, I know your life will be changed. Our lives have been changed, and we really look forward to linking arms with you and helping you build a business that is just incredible. All right. So thank you for your time with us. Thank you for hanging out. And we will look forward to seeing some of your guys in our team pages soon. All right. Bye.